Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Golden Nuggets podcast. My name is Nazreen and Ami. As usual, today we have a special guest. We have a real estate agent. It's been a while since we interview one. Of course, we have our usual, but today we want to bring on someone who is a senior, senior director, associate director, district director, mashallah. Sorry for the mishap. And let's welcome Edwin Kheng. Welcome to Golden Nuggets.
Thank you so much, Naz.
Okay, so Edwin, we see on your shirt it's called Daddy Realtor. Do you call yourself a Daddy Realtor?
Yeah, that's right. That's my branding.
Okay. Right.
Why I call myself a Daddy Realtor is two parts. So
Okay.
I was very happy the moment I became a daddy.
Okay.
And I think family is very important to me. So I think that's the first and the important cornerstone. And I want to help families
Right.
in their real estate journey.
Yeah.
And the realtor part, yes, really, 18 years I've been a realtor.
Oh, 18
and I
years.
think I've helped, people throughout all the various parts of journeys of their life.
Okay.
Whether they are upgrading from the first home to a bigger place.
Okay.
Whether they are downsizing or like they're doing retirement and they actually want to get more retirement funds out of their property.
Okay.
So I've managed a lot of cases, and I think I like to help families along their journey.
Okay. And when you say you were very happy when you become a daddy, right? Were you also happy the first time you become a realtor?
I think that was
18 years ago, right?
18 years ago.
Okay.
Really, what I call that, I think the experience of becoming a realtor, it was something like a new leaf, already a new lease of life.
Okay.
Right.
Because I previously was running a business, almost become bankrupt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I have a chance to be a realtor, and then I think that was a turning point in my life. Yeah,
okay. So that's why you merge it together, the two phases of your life, and call yourself a Daddy Realtor.
Correct.
Okay, that's interesting. A bit about your background. What were you doing? Or before we talk about what were you doing? Where do you actually go to school? What do you study back in school?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think from young, probably I will consider myself. I was like an A student.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Can quite study quite well.
Studious.
Yeah, studious. Like my primary school, I think I had
Band 1.
the highest 257 or something like that.
Oh,
last time those
the PSLE.
PSLE one kind of thing. Then O level 6-pointer.
Oh, 6-pointer.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
All A1s.
everything A1.
A1, six A1s.
Wow.
Then A levels, what do you call it? Also, I think 3As, can't remember, 3A, 1B or something like that.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Solid results.
So basically you can become a doctor,
Can I have choice what I want to study
Okay.
I see.
Then I went to NTU. I took business Yeah, so I majored in business.
Okay.
And I chose my specialty was banking.
Okay.
I think because I think that last time I saw how my dad, he was a banker.
Yeah.
So I also sort of learn banking. Then along the way, I think I also had a so-called my uncle was also like a role model because he was running a business. So when I came out, graduated, I sort of followed in my uncle's footsteps to do business.
But why not go to banking? Because you say that was your first inspiration, right? Your father.
Yeah. So I think I had a experience.
Okay.
Going 2 months internship in a bank.
Oh.
And the 2 months internship really where we sit in an office, do a lot of work on that's something I don't want to do. I really falling asleep on the desk and then on the computer. So to me, I said, I really want to do things I can go out and about.
I see.
I like to meet people. I like to go do stuff outside the office.
Okay.
So I think that was what I say. Maybe I'll try something different. Yeah.
So you like that human interaction. That's why.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
In banking, right? Because in banking, there's so many things that people actually does, right?
Yeah.
What do you exactly do during the internship?
During the internship, I think it was really very dry. I was doing a lot of bank reconciliation numbers. And then but
boring, yeah.
the exciting, or at least something I felt it was nice was that I was in a BNP Paribas.
Okay.
At that time BNP merged with Paribas,
Okay,
and
yeah.
I was in the department where we were handling some of the event.
Oh, okay.
So that aspect it made me say, I have to deal with different people and all this. That made me feel something that I enjoy.
Only that part.
Only that part. The other part was the reconciliation, all the
Yeah, that
numbers.
was boring lah.
Snore,
fall asleep. Really. I had to go toilet and then wash my face.
I see. Okay. When you eventually follow your uncle's footsteps, how does your dad feel about it?
I think he was, of course, a bit disappointed because for him, he still had some connections, even though he was like retired. So he could actually set me up with his former bank interviews Okay. So I think I think every father yearns that their child was actually working in a bank, MNC, things like that. So I think definitely he's disappointed. Correct.
I see. Okay. And what was it about your uncle that he does that kind of like made you a bit intriguing about going to business?
I think my uncle, when I was young, right, I think secondary school, and he will always share with me, lend me some business books, some tapes and all these things to understand more about example, negotiating with people, how to build your self-development.
Okay.
So all these things and then things that he'll share, it makes me quite inspired. Then I see his journey as well. I think he built his company slowly, really from really a very small outfit until like 120 staff, and then quite something. So that was why I say, I want to go and at least go and learn from him. That's what I started as an internship in his company.
Okay. What business was he doing?
Printing.
That's
why he had printing machines, binding machines, and then I think the other time he tendered for a lot of government jobs.
Projects.
Government projects. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Government projects means some payments get delayed.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Normal. Okay. And you eventually started your own business.
Yeah, correct. Also, like through my uncle's connection, then there was a businessman also looking to partner together.
Okay.
So we did publishing. So it's not printing per se, because we will publish lifestyle magazines, trade directories. So I built up content. So I have editors, I have writers, I have designers. We will actually have our salespeople to actually sell advertising space.
Okay.
So it can be like food magazines, high-end lifestyle magazines, education, career magazines, stuff like that. And my guys will sell ads to the corporates.
Or B2B.
Yeah, B2B. And we also have directories. So sometimes we'll tender for government directory jobs, trade directories, and then we also B2B.
Well, when you say trade directory, what exactly is that?
Think of yellow pages.
Okay.
Directories.
So, really the tick directory, yellow pages, and then there'll be big advertisements inside for whatever trades. Yeah.
I see. Yes, okay. Like at that point of time, I believe this is 20 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you 18 years in.
Yes.
Okay. So about 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
What was the average pricing that you guys were pitching to companies in terms of advertising on your magazines?
Okay, so average magazine, one full page, let's say A4 size, is probably about $3,000.
Okay.
Something like that. So ours is monthly magazines.
Yeah.
So we will actually pitch usually like take a 6-month thing, take a 1-year thing.
Like a retailer.
Like a whole year kind of thing. So every month you do. So we do sell to I think private companies as well as a lot of government institutions. We also sell because we target careers. So a lot of government stat boards want to target the young for career.
Okay, 3,000. So if based on inflation, that should be about 6,000 today's money, right?
Probably.
Okay, that's interesting because we are technically in the podcast advertising media, right? So I think this is valuable information for us.
I'll share more, no problem.
Because especially when it comes to directories, right? You are actually putting yourself out there to other people, especially in magazine format.
Yeah, correct.
I'm not sure how magazine is right now.
It's sunset. I think that was one of the reasons why my business went down.
Okay.
I notice, I mean, nowadays, do you really see people reading magazines?
Usually it's online,
correct.
online magazine article, right?
Print, even newspapers also all went down already.
Yeah.
So it's very hard, I think, as just one channel or as a media to sustain. It has to incorporate online.
Okay,
so many things. You hardly see. I mean, sometimes I go to the petrol kiosk, I pump my petrol, and I go inside. I say, not many magazines left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even recall where they put the magazine. Petrol station.
Hard to find it. Last time, really, wow, all the spread of magazines, but now
FHM, all those. Like,
so many.
FHM, bro. Come on, bro.
Men's Health. I love to those. Right?
Okay, that's interesting. When you started the publishing company, right? Okay, so your uncle is doing printing.
Okay, so what happened was that my uncle's his business folded.
Okay.
Yeah, so after that, then he just joined me as a consultant. In my publishing company. So he was supporting me from the back.
Oh, so that means technically his assets all also you are using?
No, I mean, a different company already, because he closed down already.
Okay.
So we started.
He sold off all his
so we started
assets.
a new one with the investor. So there was an investor. So we started a new one, and after that,
And was your other partner like were they in the publishing industry before that?
He had experience, not directly.
Okay.
Because my other partner, he's like a multiple business owner.
Okay.
Listed company chairman, all this. So for him, his interest was really how he can group his companies together, build more value.
And market all his portfolio companies under
correct.
one marketing arm. Okay.
Correct. So it's So
That
I
was
think
his
that's the
plan.
reason. His plan. He really want to get the best value.
I see. Interesting. But you knowing that at that point of time you don't have publishing background or comms background, even, right? Because this is technically comms, right?
Yeah.
Like, what makes you feel like, okay, this is something I want to do?
Okay. Probably it was interest lah.
Okay.
I mean, for me, I love magazines lah.
Right.
Magazines, reading, writing, and all these things. So in the university, I also write articles for my university so-called committee and all these things. Then I guess it's not just about me not having background, but I'm okay to hire people who are experienced. So I think we also headhunted some of the very experienced publishers.
Okay.
People who are able to do the job. So we get people on board.
I see. Okay. So in other words, you do the PM part of the business, lah.
Yes, correct.
Wow, not bad. Quite interesting. Back then, right? 20 years ago, like, don't you have that sense that it is a sunset industry?
Wow, if I knew, it would be good lah.
If only you knew back then.
Only I knew lah. Now we know lah,
Yeah.
sort of thing. But then I think things were still, very rosy.
Because at that point of time, the internet bubble have already popped, but all the established internet companies have already start to rise up.
I think that was still the very beginning.
The birth of the internet.
Yeah, so it was like probably a transition kind of thing, because sharing about what you call that hindsight lah.
Yeah.
We also were trying to do regional publications. Okay. We wanted to that's where we also I think make some mistakes along the way lah. So we overexpand. We try to go into other things. So I guess it's always on hindsight. On hindsight, say this one I think. But knowing what I know now, I probably wouldn't have gone into that industry.
Okay.
Right.
Because like right now, I mean the next big thing, which is already here, we are in that transition period, is AI.
Yes.
Right. And like what could be your best advice for people who are in certain industries that can be replaced in AI, but maybe at this point of time they are a bit in denial?
I think it's very important to learn.
Okay.
Because example AI, how do we embrace it? Even now as a realtor, right? It's amazing because I was doing some video shoots and I say maybe some parts I need to reshoot. But I can actually use AI to shoot it without getting humans stuff, and then we shoot certain scenes. So I think wow, it's so amazing what AI and how can we use AI and master it. I think it's important.
Okay.
We cannot be left behind. So it's like even in real estate, right? In the early days of real estate, we would all publish our advertisement on the remember newspaper, the classified, very thick, right?
Yep.
Now the classified don't have anything, it's just 1-2 pages only.
Okay.
So things are moving so fast.
Yeah.
Everything is on the mobile. If we don't move with the times, we don't use what people are all viewing videos, short form videos. If we don't also viewing your podcast, things like that. If we don't get in with the what everyone is doing, I think we'll be left out.
Yeah, agree.
So important to share with people. I think don't miss out.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Don't miss out.
Don't miss out really. You have to learn, embrace it. And
Because another issue is people get comfortable.
yes,
Comfortable with whatever that has been working for them.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how do they overcome that?
I love the word when you use the word comfortable, comfort zone.
Comfort zone. Yeah.
It's just like say 18 years I was in this industry.
Yeah.
And actually I just shifted to my new Propnex, right? Maybe about 1.5 years ago.
Okay.
So in my previous company, 8 years we are there, and really comfortable because we are the top group,
Okay.
top performing group. Everything is going well, but why then we shift? Why start from scratch again?
Yeah.
I think it's to get out of the comfort zone.
Okay.
We know that there are what I call that things that are not working for us. We may be okay now, but if we don't unlearn, relearn, and get out of our comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
I think we'll be left behind. So important again. I think sometimes humans always we are always try to be comfortable. We always lay back a bit, relax. But I think we need to at least sometimes say, hey, let's get out of a comfort zone. Let's see, is there something that we can start from scratch, learn again.
Yeah.
I think important.
And from the start of your career, you have been wanting to get into the human interaction or the human business, in other words, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's really important for us to humanize whatever we do as compared to just doing everything in AI? Do you think there will be a difference in terms of both?
Yes. One of my mentors in real estate, I think he also mentioned this word, personal touch.
Okay.
Okay, is this high touch? It's a touch point, right? Where sometimes you say, like they always say, a lot of trades or a lot of people will be no more replaced, like no more stockbroker, right? Because everything can online and all these things. Then people say, hey, insurance agents also don't need already. Some say, hey, maybe real estate agents also don't need. But end of the day, right? If we are able to be the human touch, because people to people, we want someone to listen to us.
Yep, agree.
And I think like one my bosses Ismail and Kelvin, right, deputy CEO, they always share, we must be able to listen and hear and feel and understand our clients. We must know what do they really want. If we can empathize with them, we can understand where they're coming from, then we can really offer the right solution for them. Yeah, it's not about pushing products. Yeah, it's not about saying, hey, whatever AI solutions and all these things, these are just, to me, technical stuff.
Yeah.
But there must be a human touch.
Okay.
And humans, I think we desire another human who really understand, and then I think can be the sort of what I call that, really someone to support us. I think that's the key.
The value that
value.
you give in.
That's right. That's right. So I think that's key.
I want to pick your brain, your thoughts on the shift toward HDB having a portal or a system that enable people to actually do things themselves without an agent. What are your thoughts?
Okay, I think HDB, right, has this portal, so letting them to access everything, right? All the transactions and everything. Possibly, if the person is a bit, I think, first of all, I think maybe older generation a bit tough.
Yes.
Because older generation is a bit harder to actually access the internet. I have some clients really I need to help them to actually
SingPass also, they don't know.
correct, understand and all these things. But maybe some younger generation. So if you're saying perhaps buyers, they want to buy their own HDB flat, and that happens a lot. Sometimes we do have buyers who come and say, "Hey, no, I'm representing myself."
Okay.
Yeah, so it's good if they can understand all the, because HDB, I specialize in HDB quite a fair bit.
Okay.
It has really a lot of rules, regulation, policies. So complicated. And it's always changing. So I think it's okay if they didn't meet with any hiccup. Because let's say, for example, if the buyer encounters a complicated case where the seller is not the typical normal selling case. Maybe the seller is selling by way of executor administration because of the previous owner passed away. Certain things weren't done properly. Buyer don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
And it didn't go through correctly, the paperwork, right? Two things will happen. One is waste money because you give deposit and all these things.
Yeah, true.
Waste time. And then after that, angry already, then let's say if you disagreement and all this, you want to get a lawsuit or what?
Don't know how to do.
So it's okay if you encounter normal, but what if you encounter a situation that only agents know? Because why? It's difficult. So many different contract case. So many different kinds of things. Bankruptcy case. So a lot of aspects are, if you're just heng, you just meet a normal one, okay, can.
Okay.
Yeah, then you okay lah. You're okay to do it DIY, so to speak lah.
Okay.
I see.
Share a bit more about like what happened. I mean, we backtrack a bit. A bit more about what happened back then. On why your business actually failed, and like what were the key indicators that made you decide that okay, it's time for us to really close the entire company.
Okay, so in fact, I have two companies lah.
Okay.
So one company was doing okay because we hired really I think experienced publishers.
Okay.
They were helming it. Okay, and it was they built quite established.
So just now you were talking about two companies. One of it was Autopilot. And the other one?
So the other one wasn't doing so well. In 2007, I think we were bleeding in the red, quite bad.
Okay.
Then I remember, I think I wasn't paying myself a salary for 6 months. Then the debts were increasing, so I think I really cannot sustain already. We tried, but couldn't.
Okay.
So, we closed down at the end of 2007.
Okay. Okay.
So, after that, I think about 1 year later or so, then we managed to sell the other company away.
1 year later?
Yeah.
When you say you sell the other company, you mean the one that is Autopilot?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So the company that you mentioned that was doing well couldn't cover for the other one?
Couldn't. I had, a lesser stake in the company that was doing well.
Okay.
Okay.
So smaller, very small stake.
Okay.
So whatever I got from the sale of that was only good enough to pay the whatever debts. Yeah. So I think when I sold my company, the first company that we closed down, we had debts like some bank loans. Then we had CPF. My staff, I didn't pay CPF.
Okay.
I think few months I was going to subordinate court. Then if because director have to face the court if you didn't pay CPF. So if we ask for postponement, they say can't postpone anymore after a few months. They say you postpone some more, you go jail director. So I had to borrow money then go and pay all the CPF. Then
that one is quite considered as criminal breach of trust, is it?
No. It's just the director. I think MOM, some of the law you cannot owe staff CPF.
Okay.
So that's all. So I think before the company closed, probably like the last 1-2 months or what, we didn't pay their CPF. Yeah.
If you don't mind sharing, how do you experience at that point of time?
Like how do you feel?
Like your mental or whatever?
Mental, really depressed. So like that point of time, right, I like there's no light there at the end of the tunnel. So every day, because besides this, right, I have company creditors also calling me for payment.
Banks.
Everything banks. Then some of my supplier also asked those kind of like debt collector legal one not along but legal one. Well, come and the time I'm staying in my parents' HDB.
Go to your house.
Go to the house, bang door, score backwards and all these things. So I said, really, a company closed down. Nothing to. I'm just like what I call it, studying my course to be a new real estate agent. Really nothing.
But this is before. This is after the company closed down.
Yeah, after company.
It was from the time you are about to close until after.
Yeah,
it was like that.
Yeah. So end of 07.
Like how does your parents react? When
they were of course very scared lah. Got people bang door and all this kind of thing. And then I think parents being parents, I think they are protective because I was under so much stress. I think really I didn't see any doctor, but I think I was clinically depressed lah during that time and I was still have to solve things because all these things are happening lah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was, I think, probably one of my lowest point in my life.
How long do you have to go through that?
So from there, 6 months, then like I think it's like my first 08 1 year in property is really just surviving lah.
Okay.
So to speak, because I was like negative. I remember that I had maxed out 15 credit lines, banks.
15.
Yeah, so you had card you had the cash line, all these kind of things, right? So these were things I had to go and take to pay things, all the debts and all this kind of thing. So I maxed out 15 credit lines. I think for the next 7 years, when I'm in property, right? I was just paying minimum payment.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I had one spreadsheet, right? An Excel file.
Yeah.
Every day, every month, I have to balance or say which one I have to go and take the balance transfer, then the minimum.
From the credit card.
Yeah, for the credit card. Then you have to do all these things.
7 years.
Yeah, so every year I calculated, I paid $10,000 each year on interest.
Oh,
interest for 7 years.
Okay.
That's 70,000.
Yeah, 70,000. So that time, I think what I was owing is probably 6 figures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then after 7 years, slowly my real estate business was okay.
Picking up.
Then a good buddy of mine, he really he said, hey, I see you quite poor thing. Why don't, I think by then what I owe the banks in these credit lines, probably about 80K left.
Okay.
So he said, I help you settle.
So nice.
You slowly pay me back over time.
Wow.
So I pay him back 4% nominal interest for next 3 years and I cleared it. So like, finally.
Wow. How's the feeling?
No more debt,
So in other words, 10 years you have to endure.
Yeah, 10 years. So it's like first, all these things, 10 years. That's why I was sharing with another friend of mine recently. I said, hey, he had different things. We are a bit like 10 years behind our peers. Because for me, when I'm facing all these things, right, how to go and pato, how to go and date.
Enjoy.
Okay,
Yeah.
understand.
I tell any girl or what, say I having all, they run away already. Right? So only when I'm okay already, then I think I can start dating and things.
But at that point of time, if a girl will still say yes to you, means
something lah. But I think I had no frame of mind. Really, I had no frame of mind to. So I have to really want to settle all my this stuff lah. Yeah.
10 years I mean some people take the easy way out, just go for bankruptcy.
I considered that. So I also went to, they had this credit counseling Singapore.
TCS,
Yeah, so I went there, listened to them sharing and all these things. But I felt that my one was manageable because I was paying minimum and all these things. If I go see it will actually affect me more. So I thought, the sum is not like a huge sum and all these things.
I mean, 6 figure.
6 figure is huge.
If you let's say you don't have income, and then you got 6 figure.
I mean, I don't know how I managed it at that time, but just managed to see it through.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Wow. You mentioned about your parents being protective, right?
Yeah.
Like, have they ever offered you hey, I got this amount of savings, just clear first?
Take my money.
Yeah.
My father, I think, because he was a bit he wanted me to learn a lesson.
Okay.
I didn't listen to him. Didn't go and take the bank job and all these things. Want to do business. So in a way, he said,
Serve you right.
Go and learn the hard way. Yeah. So interestingly, it's like when I become a real estate agent, right, same thing. He felt that because I can study degree and all this kind of thing. Right? Actually, you don't need to be a study and then go be a real estate agent, right? Sort of thing. So he felt be wasted also and all these things. So to him, I felt that I experienced his so-called support only much later in my real estate career.
Okay.
And I felt very touched by it because he didn't, like, example, offer me certain like this cash and all this. But later, I think, I can't remember, is it 7 or 8 years into my real estate, I'm doing okay already. Then he really introduced me a friend of his.
Referral.
Then he introduced, and then after that, I think he's mahjong kakis and he wasn't even playing mahjong that day.
Okay.
So he go there, bring me to the friend's place. They are playing mahjong, introduce me, and then that's the first referral I get. And then it's really, I felt touched because he really go out of his way
Nice.
to do that So different. It take him some time. Take him some time.
Wow. In hindsight, what would you have done differently for your business to make sure you avoid like going to the rates and eventually get into all this 6-figure debt?
I think hindsight wise, probably certain decisions Okay. Some of the decisions we make, as I said, we overexpanded. We tried to go into like regional publications and so on. That was what made us suffer losses.
Okay.
So in hindsight, maybe certain things have to say no. But at that point of time, right, when I started the business, I was only 26 years old.
Okay.
So young.
Inexperienced.
So I think young is one of the things. Hindsight is like, maybe don't start a business so early. I think maybe you experience certain things first. I think if I look through certain things, maybe I experience certain things. Like now I've been 18 years in the industry. At least I know certain things.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, sometimes people say, "Hey, that's true. Chong when you're young." Maybe good to have some advice or some other things behind that as well.
Okay. Right. Wow. Sound advice. I think we have more to share, especially on why Daddy Realtor, when Daddy Realtor branding started. So we go into this in the part 2 side.
Yeah, sure.
We wrap it up on the first one.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.